Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap. This is episode number 4. And the host of Nightcap is me. Okay, what do I want to talk about? Okay, alright, in the past, I dealt with a lot of toxic people. Lots and lots of toxic people. Here on YouTube, also in real life. And I dealt with a lot of toxicity from toxic people, even though it doesn't matter if they're from America or from other countries. It doesn't matter. I was beat up, torn up, put in my place. And it's the fact that I've been saying a lot of things that I shouldn't be saying. I've been saying some things that are kind of rude, like talking about what will happen. Stuff like if I ask a question like what I mean, how would you feel if you made $20,000 on this job? Like stuff like that. And I got a lot of backlash and pushback on stuff like this. I've been asking about personal things from people. Getting into people's personal lives, and they politely shut me down, and I've also been yelled at by these people, and I realized that I can't go around and just ask personal questions about people's personal lives, because people value their privacy and their personal lives, and I gotta respect that, even though if they know me and I know them, and they choose to share their personal lives with me. And it's the fact that it's my upbringing and how I was brought up. And it's hard to learn, I can't say it's hard to learn, but I gotta learn what's off limits and what's not off limits. And I gotta learn that. And I got a big mountain to climb on stuff like this. So, yeah. Anywho, I'll talk about that. But I also want to talk about this. In the past, I ran into some people here on YouTube who are toxic, and they saw my videos on this channel, and I went to YouTube channels and commented on videos, and the owner of a YouTube channel and people in the comment section, they asked me, am I okay? They tell me I need to go see a therapist. Basically, they're saying that I've gone crazy. There's something wrong with me. I need help. I won't say this. Basically, they saying that I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Am I okay? There's something wrong with me. And also in the past, I saw a bunch of mental health professions and a psychiatrist. I've been seeing I seen shrinks when I was a kid, and also as a teenager, and also as an adult under my father, because of my behavior at school, how I acted. And in one of these visits from mental health professions / shrinks, I almost took some pills. And these pills that were prescribed to me, I don't remember what the name of these pills were. These pills were some type of medication that will, quote unquote, make me feel better, make me act normal. But these pills, basically, they're going to give me side effects. They're going to make me sleepy, drowsy, non-responsive, sleep all the time, gain weight. These pills aren't going to make me act normal. They're not going to make me be sane. They're not going to stop me from being insane. They're just going to give me side effects, and that's about it. And I never took these pills. One psychiatrist or mental health professional that I saw prescribed me to take some pills. After I talked to them about Winston Wu, the founder of Happier Abroad, and going abroad and being happy and feeling good about myself, and socializing with people, and forming friendships, and finding that special someone, finding a girlfriend or a wife. And I told my dad and one of those shrinks about it, and they didn't care, and they just viewed it as me saying a lot of whack job talk. And basically, if I tell these people, hey, if I leave the United States and travel abroad, I won't be acting crazy, I won't be going crazy, I won't be being miserable, I won't be feeling miss out of place. I won't be feeling miss out of place if I travel abroad. If I leave the United States and move abroad, I will feel good about myself. All my problems will be solved. I won't have that dark cloud over me. And I'm currently living in the United States, and in this country, you're taught to blame yourself, not blame society. And just be a zombified, obedient slave. Don't question anything. If you question something, you be viewed as crazy. Question how society is here in the U.S. If you question it and bring up, if you leave the United States and move abroad, you live a lot better. You won't be miserable. You won't be sad. You won't be mentally ill, or you won't be going crazy. You won't be grabbing a gun and going on a mass shooting. You won't be stressed out and full of anger. And if you say something like that, there's something wrong with you, you need to go see a bunch of mental health professions and a psychiatrist, and take some pills from a psychiatrist that will, quote unquote, help you cope with your problems. And a woman here on YouTube, we had a back and forth argument on one of the videos on this channel that was taken down by YouTube. It was about how much American women suck, and she watched the video and she left a comment saying this: this video was put together by a male who has psychological problems. And she told me that everything I told her, she said that your ink won't hurt me, and you need to go, and you say you hate all American women. If you hate all American women, then you need to go see a therapist. And at the same time, she insulted me by pretending to cry. Make me out like I'm crying, and I'm crying, and I'm complaining about, it's sad that you didn't find a woman. If you can't find a woman, that's your problem. Basically telling me to blame myself for my problems. And this is some heavy stuff. Yeah, and you know something? Right now, I feel good about myself right now. I learned to manage stress. Yeah, I learned to manage stress. I learned to feel good about myself and to care about myself, and and have a thick skin and don't let anything bother me. And this is from me learning how to manage stress and running on the Winston Wu Happier Abroad philosophy. And even though I'm stuck, even though I'm living here in the United States, but yeah, you guys think that I'm doomed, I'm finished, there's no hope for me. Just live my life, just live the life that was given to me. And a friend from the United Kingdom told me it's never too late. The dream is still alive. And I hope you realize your dream, man. This is from a friend from the United Kingdom who I talked to through emails in the past. And he used to sub to this channel, and he's from the United Kingdom. So he told me that he told me not to let all this negativity get to me. Ignore all the negativity and focus on my goals. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on my goals and not letting all this toxicity here in America, the United States, and also online bother me. You know something? I decided not to comment on videos here on YouTube anymore, because I've been commenting on these videos and I basically don't know what I'm talking about. And plus, I'm having cognitive issues because I haven't been getting enough sleep, and plus I haven't been drinking enough water. And this is from the past, but now I'm drinking enough water, and I'm going to force myself to go to bed early and get plenty of sleep. And that's why I've been making terrible videos for this channel in the past. So yeah, people online and also in real life, they always ask me, am I okay? Am I all right? Most notably, I remember I was standing in line or at a queue at a Dollar General store. I was queuing up with everybody to wait for my turn, so I can pay for something that I want. I was going to buy some chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, unhealthy junk food. And I don't eat chocolate chip cookies all the time, and I don't. I watch what I eat, and I exercise, and and eat more fruits and vegetables, and stay away from processed foods. Well, anyway, as I was standing in the queue at this Dollar General store, I was behind this black man. This black man turned to me and asked me, "Am I all right?" And I wondered, why did he ask me that? And I said, "Why did you?" I said, "Why do you ask?" By asking him why he asked me, "Am I okay?" He tells me I was standing too close behind him, and I didn't notice. And I guess he thinks I'm crazy. And it's the fact that, here in the United States, everybody is fearful of strangers, fearful of everybody. Everybody's living in fear because of the mass shootings and school shootings, and people going off the deep end, going crazy, and you got people who are mentally unstable. And I have no interest in going to a gun store and purchasing a gun and going out and shooting and killing people because society is treating me so badly here in the United States. I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in guns. I'm not interested in buying a gun and going out and killing innocent people by taking my anger and rage out on everybody. Yeah, something that these mass shooters do. And speaking of mass shootings, it's basic. These mass shootings are a pattern, and they are. It's like, okay, these mass shooters run on stuff like this. They were bullied and picked on. Guys, men. They were bullied and men and boys. They were bullied and picked on. They were treated badly in society. They were treated badly at their jobs. They were fired for no reason for some little cinchy stuff that's nothing. They had a terrible upbringing with their parents. They were treated badly by their parents and their siblings. And they just grab a gun and go and just shoot and kill people because they think it's the answer. They think it's the answer to everything. And it's not the answer to everything. If you ask me, these people who choose to go on mass shootings, I think they should check out Winston Wu's Happier Abroad YouTube channel here on YouTube and his Happier Abroad forum and site. Read the testimonies and everything. And Winston Wu's philosophy will hit them, and they will go overseas for a happier, better life outside of the United States, outside the US bubble. But yeah, and Winston Wu's Happier Abroad forum, Happier Abroad in general, helps people. Helps people who are suffering here in the United States and they want to live better overseas. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's dating life, social life, or their life in general is very poor. They can leave the United States by traveling abroad, move overseas, move to another country where it's less toxic and the people are friendly, sociable, and down to earth and easy to talk to. Yeah, people who are sociable, down to earth, easy to talk to, easy to connect. You can talk to strangers and people won't fear you. They'll be happy that you came to talk to them. Yeah. And yeah, I still want to move abroad. And I do. And there's some things I gotta let go in order to move overseas. Yeah, I gotta break. Yeah, I can break out of the comfort zone. And right now I'm living at home. I'm alone. I got no one to talk to. There's people I can't talk to around here because people are kind of wacky and weird and out there. But I ain't saying that everybody's like that. And yeah. And also in the past, I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to end my life. I wanted to kill myself because of the life and the society that I'm living in right now. And let me tell you something. This suicide hotline thing, I called this to get help, and I was sitting on the phone, and this answering machine or something automated tell me stay on the line. You're not alone. We're here to help you. I waited and waited and waited and heard that you're not alone. We're here to help you. I hear this over and over and over and over again. Music playing. And after that, someone hangs up on me. And this suicide hotline is a failure. And this will lead people who are contemplating suicide. And it will never help these people. They'll let these people just fall through the cracks. And I'm one of these people. And I didn't go through with committing suicide. So I just gave up. Didn't want to do it. And I realized that I can't kill myself because killing myself isn't the answer. What is the answer is me moving overseas and living in another country. And people who end their lives through suicide is kind of sad. Because a lot of people who commit suicide, mass shooters, non-mass shooters, over anything that makes them depressed and makes them want to do something like that. And I'm not going to say that people committing suicide only happens in the United States. It happens in other countries. But there's a difference. In countries outside of the U.S., there's friends and family for these people to talk to. There is no mental health professions and psychiatrists where these people are pushed into. That doesn't exist. In foreign countries and friendlier cultures, in these friendly foreign countries, there's friends and families. There's friends and family to talk to. And families in foreign countries have a strong bond with each other. I mean, they have a strong bond. They're real and meaningful People are there for each other. Everybody's a unit. Everybody's cared about. And that doesn't exist here in the United States. People are segregated and divided, and families here in America are viewed as acquaintances than family members, loved ones. And it's just and the problem is American society. It's the lack of social or human connection. Everybody's segregated, isolated, paranoid, and fake. It's hard to make any normal friends here. Everybody is guarded of their privacy. People don't care about each other. Every man is an island. Every man is segregated in a bubble. You have cliques. Like, someone told me I need to form a clique, even though I can't find any friends or anybody to talk to. I gotta start my own clique or go be part of one. And cliques are just a group of people who have the same vision and the same view, and they don't let outsiders in. They don't let outsiders join them. Yeah, in order to join a clique, you gotta go through a test in order to be part of a clique. And I don't want to go through any of that. Yeah, the United States is very, very cliquish. And that's why people in America don't live long. That's why people in America have very low, they have low life expectancies. Yeah. That's why suicide is through the roof. That's why loneliness and depression is through the roof. That's why. And when you talk to some people in America, they will ignore you and act like you don't exist. And, and that exists in other countries as well. So, I realize there's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with society. And I just can't keep being sucked into all this toxicity here in the United States because in the future, here in the United States, I'm going to run into toxic people. And when I do, I'm not going to let them get to me. I'm just going to not let them get to me. I'm just going to just have a thick skin. And people who act toxic towards you, people who talk down to you, people who rip you apart over a question that you ask him, I realize, and how they act around you, how they treat you, and I realize that they're not hurting me, they're hurting themselves. So in the past, I was hurt, I was sad, I was hurt, I was miserable by having my feelings hurt by these people. But not anymore. I'm strong now. I don't cry anymore. I don't get upset anymore. I don't get all stressed out anymore. I don't let anything bother me anymore. And I realize that people nowadays are off the rails and they want to say that you're crazy. The reality is I'm not crazy. And a woman here online on a comment section of a video that's no longer on my YouTube channel said that I hate all American women. And yeah, I hate all American women. I hate women, and I need to go see a therapist. That's a lie. I don't hate all women. And I don't. There's certain women that I don't like. Yeah, the feminists. Mean-spirited women who aren't feminine. Those are the women I don't like. There's a woman who subs to my YouTube channel. Her name is Creation with Jennifer. She's a friend of my long lost friend who I don't see here on YouTube anymore. His name is Captain Brandon Whore Lover. Brandon Middleton. And she's a good woman. And she's a nice woman. She's a kind woman. And she said a lot of kind, nice things on the videos on my YouTube channel. And she was nice enough to give me a shout out on a video on her YouTube channel. And I appreciate that. I watched it and I commented. That's a good woman right there. And I wish all women in America was like Jennifer, but they're not. And so, and I'm gonna say this: if every single American woman here in the United States was like Creation with Jennifer, then I'll have a girlfriend right about now, and I'll be married. And I'll have a wedding ring on my finger. I'll be married to a woman. But American women are the way they are right now. I ain't gonna say that they're all garbage. Some are good, some are bad. It's like this. There's a lot of bad women in America, and there's less good women in America. And the good women in America are rare. They're hard to find. And they're taken. And this crazy woman online tells me that there's a lot of good women in America. And that's a fallacy, and that's not true. So, these Americans who say a lot of bullshit, who lie, they don't tell the truth, they gaslight, they lie, they do a lot of brainwashing. They're just basically just feeding you, well, just feeding me and feeding people who see through their crap. They're just basically feeding us BS, feeding us garbage. And and I'm not gonna fall for it. Yeah, and these people want to know, am I okay? And are you all right? Are you okay? Are you all right? You need to go see a therapist. And when I hear that, I just ignore it. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. And I don't need to go see a therapist. There's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. You need to go see a therapist. You need to go pop pills from a psychiatrist. You need to be doped up on these pills. You need to feel a lot of side effects like gaining weight, being drowsy, being non-responsive all the time, and sleeping all the time. You need to feel all of this. I don't need to feel this. And so that's how I see it. All right. That's all I got to say in this video. And thank you for watching this latest episode of Nightcap. Episode number 4. All right. that's that. Not much of an audience where I'm at. Just a table and a chair. And I am on the back porch of my home. So maybe I should put a stuffed animal in that chair at this table to lighten the mood, but I decided not to. All right. That's that. Thank you for watching. Good night from where I am. It's nighttime. Good night. Have a nice night. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.